Sometimes I get questions. Well, what about emergencies? What if there's an emergency? Well, hi, Jeff Mersanti, the Plain English Attorney. Welcome to the video. Today, I'm going to talk a little bit on the inside, and it's why do I hibernate for 3 weeks at the end of the year? Look, this is really more of a personal thing, but it does have a little bit to do with the estate planning industry and how this works. The thing is, estate planning is something that triggers people to do something when there's a crisis and it can't wait. It's not something that's a consistent thing where people are always looking for estate planning. No. So, unfortunately, we also have to kind of consistently market, create materials to educate the public on an ongoing basis. I'm essentially working really most of the time 12 to 14 hours a day, and there's usually work on the weekends, and it just gets exhausting. And I'm human. We need time off. We need to be able to regroup and recuperate. But because of the way I have to have my schedule, my recuperation is more like really 3 weeks at one point during the year. A lot of people, they can get a 1 week off here, 1 week off there, and it's going to be sufficient. No, I really kind of need to let my brain kind of charge down, let everything go, not be concerned about the office or any of the work or any of the materials and stuff. I just need that break.
If you think it's important for educational videos like this to get out there, then please help us out by subscribing to the channel.
So I sometimes get the question, why is this then at the end of the year? Well, I've been doing this a long time and I have seen a lot of patterns emerge. So typically, that last 3 weeks of the year, it's depending on when January 1 hits. So I'm creating this video in 2024, but I'm intending to kind of keep reusing it along the way so that it can just be sent as a link to clients who are like, well, wait a minute, why can't I speak with Jeff? I just really need a quick question. All right, so this video will satisfy this. But in 2024, January 1st is on a Wednesday. So I will be out until January 6th. That's a Monday. And then I just go back 3 weeks. So this year I am done as of the end of business day on Thursday, December 12th. Now, those particular 3 weeks, when we used to have the office open, what would invariably end up happening is we would have 6 to 7 appointments a week. And then 5 or 6 of them would cancel and put everything off until the new year. So I kind of ended up sitting around the office for these appointments that get canceled at the last minute. And then it's just like, well, why am I here? So, as the attorney, I do everything that I can to get everything ready, finish up whatever work needs to be done. Sometimes there are things that wait until the next following in January, but we get everything done and then I'm done. The other thing is we usually only end up getting somewhere in the neighborhood of 2 to 3 calls a week that may end up needing my attention. But again, there's nothing that needs to be immediate. It can always wait. And a lot of the times it's people who are calling in to set up appointments for January. Or, oh, I need a copy of my documents. This is stuff that my staff can handle during that time period. So when I mention that I'm taking this 3 weeks off, I always get a bunch of questions. Well, where are you going? What are you doing? What exciting things are you going to be doing during this 3 weeks? No, 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 no. No, I'm not going to visit family or any of that other stuff. Did that for Thanksgiving. So everybody, in fact, big bonus. Everybody got their Christmas presents ahead of time. My shopping was done at Thanksgiving. Fantastic. Am I going on some great vacation and running around? No, no. Basically, I'm staying home except for a few days around Christmas. We're typically doing Williamsburg in that area. They've got a Christmas town thing at Busch Gardens, and Colonial Williamsburg always has things going on, even on Christmas Day. And so take a couple of days, and it's extremely low key. And depending on how things are going, I might actually end up doing a video or two at Colonial Williamsburg, just depending on whether or not I really am in the mood and have a good topic. The fact is that I am exhausted from the busy season, and the busy season, for whatever reason, for estate planning, it's kind of from when the kids go back to school in August all the way through about that first week or two in December, and then it cuts off. So I've been kind of running full steam for all that time, and it's great, but you reach that kind of level of exhaustion. So what do I do? I'm catching up on some shows that I missed that I wanted to watch, I enjoyed, but look, just work took precedence. All right. Cleaning and fixing things around the house that are like, well, wait a minute, it can wait. All right. I'm doing all of that stuff for about the first week and a half to 2 weeks. And then I'm slowly going to start getting that urge to do my strategic planning for the office, for the other businesses, for the media and material, start thinking about things like maybe put a new online course together, and I'll work on that. The fact is, if you're really doing strategic planning for a business, it has to be done with a clear mind, without distractions of daily business items. And oh, we need to get this, so we got this email. It's like, no, no. You really need to just kind of power down, relax, get your brain focused, and then you can really devote the time to doing the strategic planning the right way. And when we get a lot of good courses, or we do webinars, or we have other materials, or perhaps even writing another book. All of that stuff comes out during that time period when I power down and I come up with the ideas and I say, all right, this is what we need to do for strategic planning. Right. Sometimes I get questions. Well, what about emergencies? What if there's an emergency? Well, emergencies in estate planning are actually very rare. Most of the questions that people have that they're considering very important, it's an emergency, it's actually answered in the videos, books, and other materials and the courses and other stuff that I have online. A lot of these basic information questions are kind of free. There's no need to pull me out of my hibernation to directly answer the questions that were popping up previously. It can wait until after if they really need to hear it from me. But in a lot of cases, like I said, the general information we already have out there. I hear this all the time. Well, it's just 5 minutes. Well, all right. When my brain is really powering down and I can't do any work, I just need to let things go. The it's just 5 minutes is really just imagine waking someone up. They've got an 8 hour sleep schedule and waking them up every hour on the hour for a 5 minute question, and then the next morning telling them they have no right to feel tired because they still got 7 hours and 20 minutes of sleep. That's really, at least this is how my body reacts to it. If I'm not allowed to just let that stuff go for 3 weeks, I'm still exhausted coming out on the other end of it. Now, if it is a true emergency, and again, very rarely, very, very, very rarely does that happen. I make myself available for $2,000 an hour with a minimum of 2 hours. That's outrageous. That's crazy. Yeah. Weigh that against whether or not that can wait. And most of the times people go, you're right. It can wait until you get back. In those very rare other instances, there's probably another attorney that can help you with that. It's not worth doing that $4,000 as a minimum And that price may go up in subsequent years just because you need me to come out of this break and do something. Have I lost business? Yeah, I've lost business, but what I've lost was a couple $100 because someone needed to do a power of attorney. All right, that's not something that's worth pulling me out and actually having my health and my mental well-being at risk for that couple of $100. Now, what if you need an emergency power of attorney? Well, look, go to estatepatch.com. There's a do-it-yourself thing on there. You can get that course. You could do an entire estate plan on your own. It's a do-it-yourself website available in all 50 states. Fantastic. And then when I get back, we can go ahead and really focus on something if you're a North Carolina potential client. Okay. With the estate patch system, you can pick your own plan. This service of the Care Assistance Center LLC can provide U.S. adults with the estate documents they need without having to hire an attorney. If you want to handle these documents yourself, then our licensed document creation system can help you create your own documents, while our original courses and materials can help you maximize your plan and help maintain it. You can pick your own plan. So, is the staff also off for that 3 weeks? Well, no, they are off the week of Christmas. We did have in the past the staff worked through that Christmas week, except for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and then came back the next day. Look, there was like hardly anything going on at all. So now the office is completely closed the week of Christmas, and the staff gets that time off paid. So that's kind of their Christmas bonuses. They're getting paid, even though they don't have to work for that full week. The staff is available the rest of the time to handle things like scheduling appointments, providing PDFs of the signed documents, and other routine office matters that don't need my personal attention. And they'll end up as a bonus catching up on things like scanning documents, filing, and reviewing procedures and suggesting updates to make the office run more efficiently. This is what they're doing during that time period so that it's really productive, but it's the stuff that can only get done if the boss isn't around and if we're not taking appointments and doing all the other day to day stuff. So if you do call during that Christmas week, please just leave a message. The staff will get back to you after they return. All right. So this is the reason why we do this 3 weeks. It really does help me get focused and it carries me through the rest of the year. So if you really, really need me, okay, like I said, $2,000 an hour, 2 hour minimum, but most of the time it's something that can wait until we get back in January. And then not only are you going to get me, you're going to get the best version of me. So that's why I basically hibernate for 3 weeks. All right. So I hope you found that information useful and at least a little bit entertaining and learning a little bit more about me. And as I always tell my clients, please stay safe, plan ahead, and enjoy life and enjoy that holiday time off if you get to take that with family and friends. And whatever you do, make it a great day.